In my mind, the two most established, best welterweights in the world, matching up really to determine who is the successor in line to Floyd Mayweather's dominance in the welterweight division. This is Showtime Championship Boxing on CBS, presented by Premier Boxing Champions, live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, at, where else? The Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, Saturday, June 25th, 2016. It's exciting times at the Barclays Center. I just saw Bruce Springsteen there last night. The Islanders won their first series.
Yay!
Proudly wearing my jersey and my playoff beard. Next week there'll be a couple of home games, and by the way, tickets for those Islander games go on sale on Thursday, so if you want individual game tickets, pick up your Islander tickets on Thursday. Tickets for this have already gone on sale, and this is so far the fastest selling boxing event in the history of the Barclays Center, and the biggest pre-sale for any fight that we've ever had at the Barclays Center. And tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com, BarclaysCenter.com. They can be purchased online, by telephone, or also at the box office. Seriously, I'm urging people, if you want to get good seats, this is one to start buying your tickets early, because it's an unbelievable boxing card. The opening fight, Jesus Cuellar from Argentina. There's a big Argentine community here in New York, particularly in Queens, against Abner Maris, in what I think is going to be a war. And then a fight that I'm so honored to be able to promote. And I mean, both these guys know how much I've wanted to promote this fight, because I've been telling them it for a long time. But I really am thrilled, because these are two terrific fighters, these are two terrific young men, and it doesn't get better than this. And I want to bring up, first, since I am pumping the Islanders, I'm going to bring up first the young man who's become a partner of mine and a dear friend, the CEO of Brooklyn Sports and Entertainment, Brett Yormark.
Good morning, everyone. As Lou said, it's been a special time at the Barclays Center the last couple of weeks, and in particular this past weekend. I think Barclays Center is truly defined by dramatic moments, and we had a thrilling moment on Sunday with the Islanders, and again last night we set an attendance record for all events with the Bruce Springsteen concert, and more to come. And when I think of this particular event on June 25th, it's going to be a dramatic moment in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center, and I'm thrilled about it. As many of you know, I'm a huge boxing fan, and this is one of those nights that you circle on the calendar and you need to be there. So we're thrilled about hosting another event, boxing event, Premier Boxing Champions at Barclays Center on June 25th. Obviously, I need to thank Lou and his team. They've been terrific partners, bringing great matches and bouts to the Barclays Center. I want to thank Steven Espinoza, Showtime, CBS. They give us a worldwide stage. So we're really excited about it. As Lou said, we're off to the best pre-sale and on-sale that we've had since we've opened the Barclays Center. I think this is our 19th night of championship boxing. So we do have a bit of a history, and this will be the biggest one yet. So I look forward to seeing everyone there, and we're 8 or 9 weeks away, and it should be a big night in Brooklyn. Thank you.
And this Showtime Championship Boxing on CBS is the hard work, really the product of the hard work of the man I'm about to bring up. It wouldn't be happening without the Executive Vice President and General Manager of Showtime Sports, Steven Espinoza.
Thanks, Lou. As Lou mentioned, we're in the midst of perhaps the strongest run of boxing on the network in the entire 30-year history of boxing on Showtime. At a time when other networks are cutting back on their boxing programming, we're bringing it to the forefront, reinvesting in the sport, and giving it a platform as big as it's ever had. Month after month, we've done our best to bring the best boxing we can to fans. And what has resulted is the strongest lineup of any network this year. The most talented and exciting fighters, like the two we have on the stage up here, in boxing's most popular divisions, like welterweight, of course. This weekend, for example, we've got 2 major world title fights in DC, April 30th, with the 2 super welterweight titles leading to unification later in the year. May 21, we have all 3 super welterweight titles on the line in one night. 5 of the consensus top 6 fighters in the division in action on that night. And that leads all the way up to June 25th. Now, as many of you have heard by now, the last time there was a boxing match in primetime on CBS was in 1978. Ali Spinks won. And those are big shoes to fill, so to speak. So when I went to my bosses and pitched the idea of a fight, I was very mindful of the last time that CBS had put a fight on the air. So I knew I had to bring something that was incredibly strong and incredibly convincing. And that's what we have on June 25th. This card has come together as perfectly as anyone could have imagined. 2 of the top 5 welterweights, both in the prime of their career, battling to see really who's going to be the top dog in the division. 2 of the top 5 welterweights in the primes of their career, again, battling for the top of the division. In the still brand new Barclays Center here in New York City, live on CBS. It's an event really that speaks for itself. These fighters will also speak for themselves. I think as exciting as they are, as talented they are, one of the things that gets left behind is their amateur pedigree. We've got Keith Thurman, who is known as an exciting professional fighter, but he's also a 6-time national champion. We have Showtime Shawn Porter, who's known for his vivacious personality, but he's a guy who went to 276-4 in the amateurs. So we're seeing the best of the sport, both in and out of the ring, and I'm proud to be involved with the June 25th event. Thank you.
And a main event and a co-feature of this excellent surrounding fights. So in the next couple of weeks, we're going to announce an undercard, and it's going to blow you people away because it's going to be great from beginning to end. As this TV show is going to be that starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time and 6 p.m. Pacific Time on CBS, Showtime Championship Boxing on CBS. Aside from being 2 of the great amateur fighters, aside from being 2 of the very best in the world at their weight class now, probably the 2 best active at their weight class right now, these are 2 of the more interesting cats in boxing right now. Like they're 2, in my mind, are the smartest, most cerebral fighters. Very interesting guys. I mean, Keith to my right, I got introduced to him, years and years before I ever met him. There was a guy in New York named Johnny Boz, known by many, known as the Wizard of Boz. He was a real character. He's not with us any longer, may rest in peace. Johnny was a wild man, but he was a boxing genius. And one of his best friends was named Ben Getty. And Ben Getty was a great boxing guy. And I remember years ago, when I was first starting out as a promoter, literally, he was a young kid. I mean, he was not old enough to be a professional fighter. And I get a call from Ben Getty, from Johnny Boz. He goes, "Hey, Lou, Ben Getty's got this kid. He can knock down walls. He's gonna be great as soon as he learns how to fight." And I remember seeing him as a young kid. I've said this to him. He was very raw. He had this strength. He was very raw, but he really didn't have the sense of the ring that he has now. It's amazing how much he has improved, and that's a tribute to being around great people, being in a great gym, being around a guy like Ben Getty, but then having the reins turned over when, may he rest in peace, Ben left us, and Dan Birmingham took over the reins. He was in the hands of a great trainer, and that trainer has created a great fighter. And aside from having maybe the best hair in boxing, Keith's got one of the best skill sets in all boxing, and that's largely due to the man I'm about to bring up. Great trainer, Dan Birmingham.
Thank you, Lou. We're looking forward to this fight. Shawn and Kenny, we're all friends, but sometimes you got to fight your friends. They're both at the top of the game, and the best man's going to win. Thank you.
And I use the term cerebral, and there's different ways that people are super intelligent. I mean, this guy's a musician to my right. He's into philosophy, he's into art, he's trains dogs. He's an interesting cat. The guy to my left, he's someday, like, he's going to be a trainer, like, after his boxing career is over, because, like, when I go to fights sometimes now, I actually, if I know that Shawn and Kenny are going to be there, like, I ask to be seated, because it's like listening to commentary without having to listen to, like, there's no TV, you know what I mean, but I got these two behind me, and I'm listening to them, like, riff on the fight. And it's fascinating, because it's like Kenny's always in that role of the teacher, and he's like sitting there pointing out what one guy's doing wrong and one guy's doing right, and what one guy could be doing better. And you know, Shawn's putting his 2 cents in, and also extremely intelligent in terms of ring savvy and understanding of what goes on between those ropes. So there's a lot of intellect on this dais right now. I'm going to bring up the man who's Shawn's dad, but Shawn's teacher and trainer, Kenny Porter.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you for that introduction. Thank you guys for coming out today. I thank Showtime, CBS, Lou DiBella, Mr. Yormak. This is great. Stephen Espinoza. This is what it's all about, to be here, be in this atmosphere, be under these lights. These aren't just good-looking glasses. These are bifocals. I need these to be able to see you guys and keep that light off me as well. Be up here on the stage with these two guys. Dan is actually one of my mentors. A lot of people don't know that, but when I get in that opportunity to study under somebody, I don't necessarily have to be invited. If I can just slide in there and see what they're doing and watch them and learn from them, you know what I mean? But I also learn from fighters, so I've learned a lot from Keith over the years, and I've been watching him since he's 14 years old, so I know what you're talking about, Lou, when he was breaking down walls. I watched him do that. He destroyed a lot of guys from Ohio, and there's some pretty good fighters from Ohio. To have this opportunity, as he said, we're all friends, but to have this opportunity to be on this kind of stage, I don't think that we could be in a better competition, fighter versus fighter, trainer versus trainer. I don't think it could be any higher level of competition. And to do it at the Barclays Center is spectacular. So I fully expect the immovable object, irresistible force, and an explosion in the middle of the ring on June 25th. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. And you know, both of these guys right here, they know I have extreme amount of respect for them, and also the rest of the team. And I also knew Ben Yeddy as well, so I know about that relationship as well. And you know, it's amazing to be here with you guys. Come on out June 25th for an amazing night of boxing.
You know, again, there are tickets on sale right now. I urge people to get them, particularly if you want to get them at the lower price levels. They're you know, the really good ones are flying out. Ticketmaster.com, BarclaysCenter.com, Barclays Center box office, or call Ticketmaster. Before I introduce the champions, I just want to acknowledge somebody, because there are two great fighters and great men in the ring here. There's a number of great men on the dais here. There's a guy that needs to be acknowledged sitting out there. He's an active fighter. He's also an active captain in the United States Army. He fights, and he gives every dollar he earns to stem cell research, and runs a charity called Fight to Walk. I just want to acknowledge Captain Boyd Nelson of the U.S. Army. Both these guys are champs, but we're fighting for Keith Thurman's welterweight championship of the world, so I'm going to bring up first the challenger. And it's interesting to call a guy a challenger when he whooped Adrian Broner all over the ring in his last fight. And I enjoyed it, I got to admit, I'm sorry, I just did. He won a unanimous decision over Devon Alexander at the Barclays Center in 2013 for the IBF belt. He knocked out Paulie Malignaggi in his first title defense. He has a great record of 26-1 and 1 with 16 KOs. 28 years old, former world champion himself, and in my book, still a world champion. It's my pleasure to bring up Shawn Porter.
Shawn, showtime, Porter.
Lou, it's showtime, Shawn Porter. He tried to correct me. Hey, thank you all for coming here today. Very, very, very excited about this fight. I feel very blessed to be in this opportunity, to be in this position to not only go for this WBA title, but even just the record sales that we put on so far for the Barclays Arena is awesome. This night is turning into everything that I've dreamt it to be, that I've wanted it to be. So I'm excited about that. So thank you guys for all your support with that, and with Team Porter and also with Team Thurman. And one more thing I want to say before I get out of here is I did an interview over the weekend. Someone says to me, you guys are doing a press conference on Tuesday and you see Keith, what's that going to be like? And I don't know, I was caught up in the moment. I was kind of mad, you know, I'm like, oh, it's going to be intense. He said, oh, it's going to be intense. I said, yeah, it's going to be intense. I ain't seen him. I ain't heard him say nothing. He didn't return my email. It's going to be intense. That's how I really thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be intense. Thought I was going to look him in the eyes. It's like, whatever. I see this dude today, y'all, and I can't help but smile. This dude right here is bringing out the competitiveness in me to a level that I've always wanted, to a level that I expect. I expect to be the top competitor that I can be at all times, but I have a guy next to me who is challenging me and bringing it out of me more than ever, and I can't help but smile at that. And look forward to June 25th. I'm looking forward to it on CBS. Me and Keith Thurman are gonna put on a show for you guys. It's gonna be great. Everything that's talked about is expected. You're gonna get it June 25th. Please tune in, CBS. Come on out to the Barclays and watch it while me and my man right here get it on. God bless you guys.
Now it is Keith one-time Thurman. Thank you, Showtime reporter. At 27 years old, he's a WBA World Welterweight Champion. He won the interim BA title in 2013 with a knockout of a previously undefeated fighter. He elevated to full BA champion in 2015. He's made 5 title defenses successfully so far, winning 3 by knockout. And no surprise, this is the most anticipated fight of his career, the toughest fight of his career. This is what it's all about. Like, this is why we're in boxing. This is why I'm a promoter. This is why he's a trainer and he's a trainer. This is why they're fighters. The best fighting the best, the outcome in doubt. And by the way, it doesn't hurt that this isn't on pay-per-view. There's a bunch of stuff like I hear coming on pay-per-view. I barely know the guys' names. I can barely spell them. And they're going to charge $60 or so. And like, I guess there's some people out there that seem to like dislike the fact that something as great as this is going on primetime CBS, national, free, over-the-air television. That's great. That's great, because we want as many people as possible to see this fight. We want, you know, sons and daughters to watch this fight with their parents. We want to expose people to the best our sport can be. This is the best our sport can be. I'm proud of the people on this dais that they're involved in it. I'm proud to be given the chance to promote it. I thank you all for coming, and this is the kind of event to urge fight fans to be at the Barclays Center, to tune in to Showtime Championship Boxing on CBS, because it doesn't get any better than this. So without further ado, the welterweight champion of the world, Keith one-time Thurman.
Thanks, Lou. What up, New York? How y'all doing today, man? Hey, I made you wait, but it's worth it. This fight is a great fight, tremendous fight. You know, arguably the best matchup of the year. We're gonna be fighting our butts off to make it the best fight of the year, that's for sure, man. You know, they gave you guys quite a bit of history before I came up here, but I'm gonna refresh some of the things. You know, me, my team, and this team right here, we go way back, man. Way back. You know, this is the most beautiful moment of my professional career. And here I am, about to compete with somebody I grew up with. for me, I'm happy for my success, and I'm also happy for Shawn's success, because we pretty much come from the same boat. He's from Ohio, I'm from Florida. But when you're, a young kid in the gym, training, putting the gloves on, blood, sweat, and tears, and then you're here today, that takes a special kind of person. Shawn's that kind of person, and I'm that kind of person. Now, don't get it twisted. June 25th, my friend is about to become my enemy. And I'm gonna treat him like any other enemy. So, how it normally goes, get your tickets, get your seats, get your popcorn, whatever you need to do, go to the bathroom. This is gonna be a fight you don't wanna miss. And I'm sorry to say it, but it's gonna be a knockout you don't wanna miss either. I love you, bro, but I'm gonna have to do my best to put you to sleep. June 25th, don't miss it. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you, CBS, for this beautiful opportunity, for myself, for Shawn, for the sport of boxing. One love, thank you for coming out again.
I'm sitting here watching that brash, typical Keith Thurman prediction, looking over at his face and seeing the look in his eyes that goes, yeah, right, man. Think that. That's what makes this so friggin' great. I'm excited as a fan. You guys should all be excited as fans, and every fan out there should be excited. Support this fight, support boxing. June 25th, Barclays Center, be there. If you can't be there, and you should be there, but if you can't be there, Showtime Championship Boxing on CBS. Thanks for being here today.